What's up, everybody? Welcome to McWater's Effects. I am Matt, and today we're going to be talking about, did Alex Jones just say that he's leaving the MAGA movement and abandoning Trump? Now, before we get into this, we need you to hit that like button, comment, and share this out to everybody. Now, first thing I want to get into is this video that came out from RT about Alex Jones talking about this. Now, the first question I have is this real? Was this AI generated? So on and so forth. It doesn't look like it is. It looked like to me this is actually deceptive editing. Now, there's a couple reasons why I'm coming to that conclusion. I will go over it with you guys right here. Let me go ahead and bring up the video first. Now, the first issue I would say is because it's RT putting this video out. Now, that is Russia-controlled media. Now, RTs are Russian television, but it's Russia-controlled. It's no different than the BBC or PBS. And actually, it does some deceptive editing all the time, like BBC did with Trump's speech when it comes to January 6th, and this is no different. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the video and watch it, and I will tell you where the edit happens, where they take out a lot of context. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
I'm not a bandwagon person. I don't pile on when other people are doing something. But I know MTG well. She's a woman of incredible integrity, brought up poor, self-made, very successful construction company, a woman of great integrity. She announced last night that she is resigning. I predicted on the Tuesday broadcast, she didn't tell me this, but I talked to her at length. And it sounded to me like she was thrown in the towel just because she can't be part of something that's, quote, a lesser of two evils. And she's very popular in her district, wins by some of the widest margins of anyone in Congress. And we'll play her statement here in a moment. But that ties into all of this. But I'm not saying this because of what she just did.
Right there. See that transition where you could see the back of him and it went to the front of him? That transition there is the actual edit where they took out a lot of context where he gets to the point where he can not support Trump if this happens. Let's go ahead and listen to the rest of it.
I'm going to have to reflect on this, and I'm going to have to pray about it, and I'm going to take a few weeks on it, I think, is the most important thing to do. But I'm not a person that is normally conflicted. I think I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of depth, a lot of sources, a lot of context. And when I do get conflicted on something, I just have to go to God with it and pray about it a lot. And then go to that place that King David talked about, the quiet place, the Most High. And then I'm going to make my decision. And I mean, if God tells me tonight, I'll make my decision. But I am seriously inches away from not supporting Trump anymore. Because I am not going to watch him commit political suicide.
Okay, that's the end of the video. And it makes it look like he is going to stop supporting Trump because of what happened between Trump and MTG. The context there is he's not talking about MTG throughout the next 10 to 20 minutes of that video that they cut out. He's talking about what's going on with DOJ, perhaps are going to prosecute Ed Martin, the guy who's investigating people like Swalwell as well as Adam Schiff. And he has a serious problem with this because he feels like it's political suicide. And if that's what's going to happen here, where deep staters in the DOJ are going to be investigating the guys that are trying to help Trump, he's going to leave MAGA and he's going to leave the America First movement because it's been corrupted. I tend to agree with his viewpoint on this, but the thing is, he came out, Alex Jones, to actually refute this video and tell the truth. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next video we have where he is explaining how this is an edited video and it's not exactly what he said. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
I am seriously inches away from not supporting Trump anymore because I am not going to watch him commit political suicide.
Now, listen, folks, that video was apparently edited in a way to make it seem like he was referring to the Marjorie Taylor Greene saga, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Well, fortunately, that's the case, I guess I should say. Ultimately, folks, I want you to hear this out. I spoke with Alex. A lot of you did reach out to me on X asking if this is an AI-generated video, and it appears to be not AI-generated, but intentionally edited to be misleading. So
That's why I compare it to BBC and what they did to Trump's speech, because it takes a lot of context out when it comes from one end of the speech to the other. Like the BBC speech they edited for Trump, they took an hour of that speech and they combined two segments of that speech together to make it look like Trump was calling for violence. And this right here makes it look like what Alex Jones is doing is trying to say, hey, we need to drop the America First movement and drop MAGA and drop Trump because of what he did to MTG. And that's not what he's saying at all. He is saying what's going on with the DOJ, the story that came out that supposedly Todd Blanchett was going after Ed Martin, is a problem. And Ed Martin is doing what he has to do to actually help Trump go after people that went after him in 2016 and beyond, people like Eric Swalwell and also Adam Schiff. And if you try to actually arrest a guy and put him in jail, the guy that's actually trying to help you, I can't stay with you because you're actually committing political suicide, which I agree with that. But let's go ahead and listen to Alex Jones's explanation of what happened here and what RT actually did with this video.
Reached out to Alex over the weekend to ask him just that, and this morning he sent me back this video. Take a listen.
I've gotten a lot of phone calls and text messages in the last 24 hours asking if a video that RT posted, an edit of my special Saturday live show I did, was AI. The answer is no. And I'm not saying RT's being deceptive, but it is a quick clip. It didn't have the context where I explained that if Trump lets Todd Blanche and other people that we know are globalist deep staters and Democrats do things like prosecute Ed Martin and others that are investigating the people that tried to put Trump in prison and try to destroy America, that Trump's committing political suicide if that happens, and I'll have to withdraw support because I'm not going to aid and abet him in his own destruction and America's own destruction. So that's what I said in the larger, longer breakdown, but it is a wake-up call to everybody. A lot of people are upset about what's going on because we don't want to repeat what happened 8 years ago where the deep state just comes in and cuts us off the knees. Trump's doing a lot better job this go around. People are a lot more awake. I'm not throwing baby out with the bathwater, but if he did do something like that was reported by ABC News and everything else, now Ed Martin says it's not accurate, so I believe him. So we hope Todd Blanche isn't as bad as people are saying. But I was simply saying, if Trump let Todd Blanche do something like that or others, that's my line in the sand. So that was what I said. That's the context. I think you have to all agree with me, right?
Well, I tend to agree with him on this. The thing is, why did RT deceptively edit that video like that? And in my opinion, it was meant to foment more division in the United States, especially with MAGA and American First. And we can't have that. The thing is, we need to start looking into these videos because people are getting better at editing. There's a lot of AI generated slop out there that is convincing people something's true that's not. The other thing also, when it comes to that story with the DOJ and Todd Blanchett going after someone like Ed Martin, it's not true either. And even someone like Alex Jones, who gets information and is full of known facts and stuff like that, gets fooled every once in a while. And this story fooled him as well as it did all of us, because that came out to be not true. So we need to watch out for some of the psyop that's coming out from the Democrat Party and also from their allies overseas, people like China and also Iran. They're putting out a lot of disinformation out there in order to fuse MAGA and also the America First movement to make us fight against each other. Now, most of that fighting's happened online. I agree with that. And it's not happened between people, normal people on the ground. They're worried about groceries and stuff like that. And in general, Trump has the same amount of support when it comes to the Republicans as he did, 6-7 months ago. So that hasn't changed. What's changed is what's happened online. And, Twitter is not the real world, and people are taking it like it is. When it comes to political pundits, there's going to be disagreements, and that's how it's going to be. But the thing is, that's not a microcosm of what's going on with MAGA in general, in my opinion. But guys, I'd like to know what y'all think about this. Comment down the bottom, let me know. Don't forget, hit that like button and share this out to everybody. We'll talk to you later. Peace.